let's not talk about existentialism and let's talk about crappy. Crappy, take us on over to the game reveal, por favor. Watch out, you've got a junction coming your way. Well, what is your function, chat? My function is giving out a GM, which I'm getting so original this time. I'm giving myself to you as a present. Hey, I hope you enjoy me. That sounds really conceited, I gotta be honest. As usual, any of the other GMs are welcome to come and pop in and chat with me during a match that I gave out. And honestly, this game is fairly new to me as well. Why? I discovered it on Thursday. We had a little GM hangout. I'm trying to make it a little bit more consistent because welcome to my life. I've been all over the place. But Thursday we got to hang out and I just popped in random games and I stumbled across this and I was like, okay, I kind of like it, but the more that I played it, the more I was like, I've got some big issues with this game. I've got some big problems. So what could it be? Well, of course, if I haven't found it, it's probably a Japanese exclusive or something else. And this one was. Indeed, it is the game. How do I even say this? Tama and Friends, Sanchoume Daibouken. That is the name of the game. We will be having a kitty cat run around for an hour. Whoever manages to make the most progress will take the victory. We may see some completions as well. We'll have to see. If nobody beats the game, though, then whoever makes the most progress takes the victory. Whoever comes in last will only get 2 points. And at this point, I believe one player from this match will be eliminated today. So it's pretty high stakes. 3 out of 4, staying alive. 1 out of 4, gonna come and join me in my coffin. I don't know, we'll like give each other high fives. It's a very spacey coffin, okay? King size. I'm excited, though. This is a game, again, I only recently discovered it, and I've been having a lot of fun playing around with it. I managed to get, I'd say about 4/5 of the way through before I got angry at the game and said, nah, I'm going to play something else. So will any of the players make it as far as I did? Probably. Because look at these players. We got Bendy Human, Lizstar, Nordic TTV, and Ziria, Demon Derg. All 4 of them excellent players. All 4 of them trying to get into the bracket. And you know, 2 of them are guaranteed to make it. The 3rd one will either make it to the bracket or the tiebreaker if we have one. And 1 will be eliminated. Also, why? Ugh. Let me tell you, I make 1 change to my layout, and then everything is dumb. Sure, that works. That works for me. Bendy Human, Lizstar, Nordic TTV, and Ziria. BV728, thank you so much for resubscribing. Good to have you. And Tristan, how are you doing today?
I just woke up. It's, you know, it's Saturday, I got to sleep in. It's 11 a.m. over here, and I roll out of bed and Kusogrand8 is starting. That works out.
Yay! Oh, we get sleepy, Tristan. Oh, perfect. What kind of delusions do we get from you while you're sleepy?
I'm far more sleepy on the other end of the day. When I wake up on weekend days, at least I'm pretty well rested. But, you know, there's been the rare match where we've done it at like 2 a.m. That's when you get the delusional me.
Oh my gosh. It's been so long since we've had a 2 a.m. match. Yeah, those are fun. I mean, I'm usually not awake at your 2 a.m. I'm mountain time, so that would be about midnight for me, I believe. And yeah, at midnight, I'm usually I'm in my bed. I've got my little nightcap on, you know, and I've got the little snoring bubble coming out of my nose, and I go wee 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 wee. So like, if I'm not doing that, then I am super delusional at that point.
Oh, are you the kind of person who goes honk shoe, or the kind of person who goes me, 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 me?
I've got a CPAP these days, so neither of them, unfortunately. But I used to be the demonic... Justin is shaking his head. He knows what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's got
I've
headphones
been there.
on.
I sympathize with Justin.
Yeah, I was demons when I slept. He looks very stressed as he nods his head. Hi, Justin. Okay, he says that I was a whole circle of hell rather than just demons. Hey, it looks like all of the players are ready, so we are gonna start a little bit early. Okay, so everybody, I need you to get all of your best Tama and Friends emotes and spam those, and if you don't have any of them, cats. Cats, no dogs, just cats. We need cats, 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 cats. Spam your emotes, we're doing the countdown. Okay, best of luck to the players. Spam your cats, cats, cats. No, no dogs. I see dogs. Bad dog. Bad. No, no bark. Justin, stop barking at me.
No awu. $500 fine.
No awu indeed. Okay.
Oh, this is an FDS game. We start right into the disc swap. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, welcome to life. And welcome to me needing to recapture, but y'all are gonna enjoy this music for a while.
So, I know nothing about this game. You seem to be a cat.
Indeed, you are a kitty cat. You're walking around town, jumping. That's pretty much the story of the game as far as I know. I'm sure there's, like, lore, and we might learn a little of the lore later on. Justin, are you dancing to the music? I mean, yeah, the kitty cat dance, 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 and you dance, dance. Yeah. Oh no!
The cat cries when you lose a life.
Yeah. My favorite thing to do in this game is to hold up, though, because it's the button that you use to climb poles, but if there's not a pole, you just kind of look like you're clawing at something. Like, watch if anybody tries to go into doors, which you can't. It's under construction, you're not allowed.
The entire city is under construction?
The places that say under construction are under construction. Yeah, but it's in Japanese, so it's hard to tell. I don't know. Do you read Japanese?
No.
Okay. If it looks like a construction site and it has Japanese on it, that reads under construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
What is the lore with someone throwing baseballs at this cat?
There's so many baseballs. I just imagined like 50 toddlers off screen just trying to whack this cat. Just bam, 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 bam. Baseball, baseball, baseball. Yeah, people are saying, by the way, this is not the worst Famicom Disk System platformer, and I 100% agree. This is by far not the worst out there.
I mean, I think we've all seen what we think is the worst.
Now, Nordic TV just took some damage and then tried to go into the construction site. Yeah, there will be a little flashing if people reset. What? You can go into the sky? Okay, that's cool. Nordic TV went into the sky. If there are physics issues with this game, let me try to describe what I'm talking about here. Have you played La Mulana?
I have.
Okay, so if you're doing a horizontal jump and you try to turn around, what happens?
It's Castlevania jumping. You just kind of turn around in midair and nothing happens.
Not quite. You slow down a little bit, but you keep going in that direction. And because of that, you can do a little readjusting, but not super well. You're seeing Ziria trying to do the, killing the first boss here, and you do get a little of that La Mulana jumping while trying to deal with this boss. But unfortunately, if you start moving in a direction, you're gonna keep going in that direction. Just, you can do a little readjusting. Oh, Nordic TV, death in the sky. and Ziria finding out that there are no checkpoints in this game. You get to the boss and you die, you go back to the beginning.
So, from the first watch, we're 3.5 minutes in. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this looks cute and kind of fun. What's up? And I think I'm starting to get a little piece of why this might be a little crufty.
Yeah, the jumping is a big issue, especially with very fast-moving objects, which a lot of things trying to damage you move super quickly. Luckily, all of the spawns are relatively set as far as I can tell, so not a whole lot of randomness. But there's a second issue. You're gonna occasionally see the cat moonwalk. And that's usually when the players are trying to move into the other direction, but aren't able to immediately. Why? Because the best way to describe the horizontal movement in this game is by bringing up Zelda 1. Zelda 1 was sort of a grid-based movement system. If you were moving to the right or to the left, it wasn't just a partial step. You could either move like a whole tile or a half a tile. As far as I can tell in this game, if you are moving left or right more than like half a second, you have to move a certain amount of distance, a certain number of tiles. And Nordic TV just died to that issue right there. That unfortunately he tried to dodge, but because he was still moving to the right while trying to turn around, didn't work. Kept going to the right. You cannot do last-second dodges in this game.
Yeah, I was watching Bendy Human try to fight the boss, and just overshooting and missing the boss, undershooting and taking damage. There seems to be quite a bit of difficulty in actually having control over where you're going here, especially in the air, and it definitely makes a lot of sense from the perspective of the sort of Castlevania jumping, and then on top of that, it's not quite a node-based platformer, but you definitely do seem to be aligned to a grid as you move around, and
but not
it
if you're
only
moving
really
slow.
shows if you're trying to do something with precision, which unfortunately is the entire boss fight.
Yeah, the whole boss fight, because he moves horizontally the same speed as you, actually lining up jumps is incredibly difficult. Yeah, I died to the first boss many times. I've died to everything that all of the players are dying to. And
I did just see, I wouldn't call that moonwalking. Bendy Human just tried to turn around. I would say this cat drifts.
Yeah, you build up speed and then you try to turn. Yeah, Bendy Human did a little bit of that drift. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, you need some Eurobeat and then you'd be set, but
yeah. I mean, we've got good tunes here. I love this song. I think it's fantastic.
Multi-nya drifting. Yeah, we'll go with that. Someone else also called out that this is not a 3-hit boss, and it may not even be a 5-hit boss. I think one of the
8.
people in chat said they counted 6 hits that someone got before dying.
I believe it's a total of 8 hits, and since you only start with 6 health, even if you have a decent amount of health, it's very risky. You can actually hurt the boss and take damage at the same time. This boss is very annoying to deal with. Not only that, but when it shoots, there's very little warm-up time. With that said, Lizstar taking the boss down and moving on to stage 2. Very nice. Bendy Human getting several hits in, but not able to take it down. We've got a firm lead by Lizstar, though.
Stage 2 looks to be more of stage 1, but maybe a little later in the day. The color palette's a little different. Here's the important question, though. What are continues like?
As far as I'm aware, there are infinite continues in this game. 3 lives, and then it's a continue. Yep, progress should be locked in. There may be issues that I don't know about. I did tell the players, as far as I'm aware, they're unlimited. Use them. But if for some reason there are limited continues, I apologize. Lizstar is dealing with the hellscape that is level 2. These baseballs. Oh, watch out! A butterfly coming! Butterfly! Oh. Would you rather die by a baseball or a butterfly? I'd say butterfly.
Oh, boy. That's That is a question. Like, what would a butterfly do? I've seen science fiction twinged horror where butterflies are like horribly venomous, and I don't think that would be fun. At least with a baseball, it's probably going to be quick.
I mean, or there's Godzilla. Mothra just kind of sprinkles moth dust on stuff. Maybe that's like death by a butterfly, you know?
That's a moth, though. It's
Nordic,
in the name.
by the way, is on to stage 2 as well. You know, because of the paper airplanes. Paper airplanes are a nightmare in this game. Why are the paper airplanes and the butterflies killing a cat? I can't explain it, but like they have to be very pointy. Very, very pointy paper airplanes. Oh my gosh.
Well, you get hit by enough paper airplanes, you'll just give up and go home too.
You know what? One time when I was teaching college, okay? You know how in movies you always see kids throw paper airplanes in classes? That doesn't happen in real life, except it did once to me. I was sitting with the students, okay, during a student presentation, and someone next to me threw a paper airplane, and I gave him the death stare. I'm like, what the crap are you doing? You're on the football team, and I have contacts to your coach, okay? Yeah, I was just amazed. Who does that in this day and age? In college?
I did that in like elementary school, but that was a weird standalone complex, and I think about this a lot, where you have media that portrays either kids in primary school or college, and the media portrays them doing something and kids see it and then they do it, which furthers the impression that kids do that, and it's a cycle.
Gotcha.
I don't think I would have ever thought to do that if I didn't see it in like cartoons and stuff.
Well, yeah, for real. It's probably just because people do it in cartoons, or that like a handful of people would do that back in the 50s, and then it showed up in a movie, and then ever since then, that's just the stereotypical what people do in school, even though literally nobody does it. Nordic, on to the second boss.
The second boss is another dog. One other question. On Bendy Human's screen for a moment, there was a very cartoony looking white dog that was bouncing back and forth on the screen. It didn't appear to be hurting the player. Is that some kind of power-up to like summon an assist from one of Tama's friends, maybe?
Yep. You do get the ability to summon various Tama friends. I believe it's when you collect a fish, and there's a button input. I'm not sure if it's down and B or just B. I just pushed buttons until the friend appeared. And I was like, there we go, it worked.
What did you give the racers as far as, like, if you don't even know what the button combination is, I assume you didn't tell them about it.
I said, I don't know what the buttons are. The D-pad moves, A jumps, B might do something, experiment. That's what I told him.
You gave them the Corn Dan special.
Yeah, which is not nothing. It's just very close to nothing. You know, speaking about getting help from other people, though, we've got some referees who are helping out with this chat with this match and making sure that we know how far the players get. We've got Linkura, the crazy cat lady. Hazel Shade still needs to get a cat. Yeah, true, same. Taven's cat sitting and she's watching. Hi, Brownie. Oh my gosh, hi, Brownie. I hope you enjoy the game. We've got Jerry Ayres pushing good games off the table so others play this. And Clades once had 20 cats. I wouldn't be surprised if I had 20 cats at one point. Our family had a lot of outdoor cats. And sometimes when you have outdoor cats, you get more outdoor cats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes when you get more outdoor cats, you get a lot more outdoor cats. It's just one of those things. And that was fine.
One of my coworkers has what is ostensibly supposed to be an indoor cat, but it keeps becoming an outdoor cat because it's really good at slipping out the door when someone opens it. And I don't know if we've had a work meeting that hasn't ended in this coworker having to get up and like wrangle the cat in months, and it amuses the heck out of me.
Bendy, kill the dog! Yes! All I had to do was say something and Bendy did it. Oh, Ziria trying to take down dog number 2, but dying. That is life in this world.
Yeah, don't try to take down the dog.
Nordic TV summoning one of the friends to come and help. Very nice.
So we have a tie at the moment between Lidstar and Nordic, who both got 2 hits on the second boss. We just saw Ziria reach the second boss, so they would be in third.
Hey, Nordic has taken down the boss and is moving into first place. Very nice, Nordic. And
we have a new tile set. Looks like we've moved into a construction site. Oh.
Yep.
And there's a secret warp pipe.
By secret, I'd say probably more pipes take you somewhere than don't. And you can actually go into these pipes multiple times, considering that the weird demons that are down there drop a health refill and give you extra health. It's actually not a bad idea at the beginning to get extra health so that you can plow through more of the level. But that also depends on players figuring out that you can go into areas multiple times.
If you see a vertical pipe, you're just trained at this point to try to go down it, I think.
Yep.
And it definitely pays off here. Oh.
Yep, if you don't, you fall straight through it if it doesn't have anything, because down is the button that you push to go through platforms. With that said, I believe that there is a later a level towards the end that has death pits underneath some of these pipes. It's just that it actually doesn't let you fall through them, so they took that into account. And we get some water platforming. I actually didn't find this part too difficult. Oh, wait, the water doesn't kill you? Well,
it's this kind of water where you just stand on it, but you take damage.
Ah, yes. Jesus cat, except Jesus is allergic to water. Maybe that's why I kept turning it into wine and stuff, you know?
Fair.
Dietary needs.
I'm surprised we had a sandbox and not have some kind of interactive mechanic with it, but maybe I'm just spoiled by Kineku.
Nordic TTV went into the pipe and it looked like he went diagonal a little bit. I love it.
It's fine. Sometimes you just go diagonal.
Yeah, that's just life. So apparently the translation for this game is, I'm an adult, okay? Website, shut up. Okay, per the Tama and Friends wiki, this is also known as Tama and Friends Great Third Street Adventure. So we are on the 3rd Street, we're walking around, released in 1989, it's a platformer. That's the information that we have. Okay, but what is Tama and Friends?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about. I'm wondering if this is some kind of standalone thing. By the way, I love these frogs on Nordic's screen. They're just... they're having a day. And then Tama comes along and stomps on them.
Poor frogs. Oh no, Bendy Human! Oh, unfortunately, Dog Boss gets you again. Yeah, the Dog Boss... Here's the deal. It has a very understandable movement pattern, moving left and right, and then it'll occasionally shoot and then jump. However, when it decides to shoot and jump, I don't know what determines it. It seems very random. And because of the randomness and the fact that you have to jump on it and you have air momentum and La Mulana air physics, it's not good. It's very difficult to actually land the hits when you want to.
Okay, so it sounds like this is a cartoon series that has had multiple games made about it. I've never heard of it. Interesting.
Yeah, Sony Music Entertainment Japan and Group TAC made episodes between 1988 and 1990. Let me see if there's information about the story here.
Oh no.
I don't know, but Tama is an energetic cat who always wants to go on new adventures. Tama is owned by Takeshi Okamoto. You don't want to be owned by anybody named Takeshi, I know that.
It might be challenging.
Yeah. You know what? This may be... Nope, never mind. Video
Nordic
game.
is on the third boss and just summoned friends to handle it for them. As you know, as you do, you don't fight your own battles, you get some other dingus to fight them for you. And now Nordic is in a sewer. Great, sewer level.
No, gross, get out. Huh. Apparently there's one episode of the show where they just went around to each other's houses and shared the food that they ate.
I mean, that sounds fun.
Okay, I enjoy that. That sounds like a good time. If I were a cat, I'd want to go and eat other people's food, obviously.
I'd want to do that just because.
Yeah.
So Nordic has a pretty decent lead at this point. Nordic's on stage 4. It looks like everyone else has at least introduced themselves to the boss of stage 2. Bendy Human just moved to stage 3.
Then there is an episode called My Favorite. It's an episode about Tama and his favorite blanket. That's all I've got.
Okay.
Like, this seems like the most innocent anime I have ever heard. And I love it. Just an episode about the cat's
there doesn't
freaking
seem to be
blanket.
any kind of side area with like food in it in the first 2 stages, and having access to the ability to heal yourself
Nordic
decently
actually
seems to be
found
helpful.
one, though. Like, Nordic found a pole that you could climb, and there was milk in the heavens. Yeah, but you have to experiment. Bendy Human not finding one in that level. In stage 3. Yeah, like, figuring out when you can get items or what items you can get is very helpful. Going into pipes, very helpful. Nordic TTV going into a new pipe, accidentally jumping out. You can go back in, it's fine. There we go. Oh, Bendy finding the sky in stage 3. Very nice.
There's a lot of milk up here.
Oh, I don't like this music.
No, we didn't get to hear this before, but this is
Not as
a
good.
little questionable.
Okay, Liz doing some good progress in stage 3. Ziria is currently in last, but there is still plenty of time. I feel like stage 4 is going to be a wall for various reasons. Nordic found out you can go back to previous screens, but has now reached the health cap, which is 5 hearts.
Nordic is doing pretty okay here in stage 4. We'll see what this wall is that you think he's going to run into. I'm excited to see that, because so far the game has been pretty straightforward.
Trust me, I'm very excited about the wall coming up. This level is specifically the one that made me say, okay, I've had enough. I'm done for now. Okay, Nordic not killing all of the enemies. If you kill all of them, there's actually a second opening that opens up in that room. What does it do? I don't want to spoil that just in case somebody else figures, or like does it and figures it out. Nordic is very into exploring everywhere, and I love that. Great way to go about things. Okay, evil spider, evil bat. These bats, I like their movement pattern. By the way, it's very possible that we're going to have a completion or multiple completions of this game. From what I'm aware, there are 5 levels.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as we don't have another laser dolphin scenario, it's all good.
Oh, come on! Laser Dolphin was great.
It was. Like, I'm of the opinion that every now and then having something like that happen is fine and even a little bit entertaining.
Bendy. Oh, and here we go, Nordic at the boss. Welcome
What
to my
is
nightmares.
Is this like a dog in a hazard suit?
I think it's just a normal dog. Okay, Nordic, I don't know how many hits you've gotten off on the boss. You've gotten a few, but
This
wow,
is a good
never
strat.
mind. I think Nordic found the strat.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe
Sort
it's
of.
not a great strat, but it's a strat.
It's better than what I was using, which was trying to fight this boss. Oh my gosh, he moves so fast too. Watch out, watch out. Here he comes, here he comes.
He just
He's gonna get
clipped.
you, he's gonna get you. Yeah, that's what things do in Tama's world. It's very widely known that in anime, sometimes you can go through walls. Nordic might actually beat this boss first try, and if so, I'm gonna be so pissed. Okay, this boss
I've had that happen before.
destroyed me.
Yep, it's
What?
down.
Okay, everybody, you can write it right now. Nordic is a cheater. A cheater and a liar.
I've been in this position where I give out a game and there's something I think is a wall and one or more of the racers just breezes right by it.
Yeah, okay. Well, walls for people who aren't Nordic, apparently. You know,
No, it's not Laser Dolphin time. We're already past the point where Laser Dolphin was quadruple completed in the race that had it. I believe that was a 15-minute race.
yeah, here's the deal. Back in original Kusogrand8, okay, back when we had 2-hour matches, we had some matches complete in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Why? Because at that time, for the first one, my goal wasn't necessarily to, like, give them long games, give them, like, a full, extremely long match. Mine was, okay, here's a game. Play it, but if you don't complete it within 2 hours, then we'll call mercy, and whoever made the most progress wins. And yeah, it was very, very loosely based to the point where people sometimes did complete the games very, very quickly.
Nordic did game over, so you know,
Okay,
that's something.
and I believe it's going to continue on stage 5.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see if this music is any different, because as much as I'm loving the sewers, I want to hear the city. Is it just going to be... Ooh. It's new music. Okay.
Is it the City Escape theme?
No. Absolutely not.
You don't like City Escape?
I don't recall what City Escape is.
The Sonic Adventure 2 stage with the, like, actually vocalized lyrics and everything.
Oh, that level rules. It's
Yeah.
not as good as that, actually.
So Bendy Human is on the sewer boss, called in an assist, is now out of fish. So we'll see if he can make progress with what he's got left here. 1 heart. I think the boss had 3 or 4 hits on it. Ooh.
Wow, that stealth shot. The dog just jumped up on the platform and
Bendy Human's
managed
trying
to land
fight
a
it.
shot.
No, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah. The worst thing you can do in this game is try to play it the way that it wants you to play it. No.
Do not play the game's game.
Yeah, this is made off of the most innocent cartoon I think I've ever read about. besides maybe Bluey, but even then, like, I'm a cat. This episode is about my blanket. Yeah. Like, and yet, we're here murdering how many animals? How many dogs? All the dogs.
I mean, you're not murdering them, you're bonking them on the head and they decide to go home.
Yeah, if home is the graveyard, sure.
Okay.
Oh, I kind of like this music. Okay, this is rockin'.
Oh, you switched over to the city theme, huh? Let me see.
Oh no, Nordic! The kitty fell and died in the sky. Well, cried in the sky, didn't die. So apparently the music was made by Osamu Kazai and Masaki Harada. Osamu Kazai made other music like Keith Courage and Alpha Zone. Oh no. Okay. I'd say the music is probably one of the better things about that, and various East games. From what I can see, Castlevania Bloodlines for Genesis, worked on the sound program for that, worked on some of the audio for Symphony of the Night, maybe not the music, but the sound effects. Okay, I dig that. What about our other music composer? Worked on Circus Caper, Keith Courage as well, Puyo Puyo.
Keith Courage is okay.
OG Puyo Puyo, okay. Yeah, East 3, East, I think East 2, yep.
So here's the important distinction when you see sound programmers and composers with credit for East games is, are they the original or are they one of the ports that got handled by a different company? Because you have Studio JDK, who's legendary, and then you have the people who just kind of ported their songs to other instrument sets, and they're still pretty good.
I mean, they worked on various versions of the East games. Okay, like, East for Famicom. Was that the original?
I don't think that was the original. The original was on the PC-88.
Okay. I don't know. And what is an FC? Oh, yeah, I thought that was just Famicom. Okay, fine. We abbreviate here FAM because that's easier.
We got Bendy Human back on the dog boss, which, I mean, that's all of them. Back on the sewer dog boss.
Now, it looks like they were some of the composers for some of the original music. Composer and arranger in some cases. So, not all of the music, but some of it.
Yeah.
So, yes, the people who worked on this did work on the E-Series and did actually compose some of the audio. There we go. Bam. Yeah, people are noting that Bendy has a pretty decent strat.
Yeah? This dog is taking so many hits.
Every boss takes so many hits in this game. It's ridiculous. Oh, there we go. Bendy has taken the boss down. Very nice, Bendy Human. Nordic is still a little bit in the lead. Per our ref sheet, it looks like Nordic died by a bee. I hate when that happens. Or died by a bee. There was a bee involved. But yeah, this game is not something that I imagine was going to be the most difficult game in the world. Nordic! Oh no, you're dealing with Same boss, worse situation, but you do have a buddy helping. Nordic could potentially beat the game right here, but with only one heart left, you gotta be careful.
This dog is like sticking and moving and juking. It's it's actually applying strategy unbecoming of what I would expect in a kid's game.
So many hits! Now, I did tell our referees that it could be difficult to track how many hits the bosses had, and if so, then it'll come down to whoever got to the boss there first. It might be more it might be easier to understand if they're focusing on one specific stream, but I personally am trying to look at 4 as well as websites, as well as I have no idea what anymore. So, I don't know. Bendy finding the sky. Good, and Liz is on to the boss of stage 4. She gets to deal with what it was a nightmare for me. But Liz manages to get through things a lot faster than I do, in a lot of cases.
Liz has 2 fish, and
there we go!
Did Liz kill the boss, or somehow just clip it off the screen?
The boss died from the power-up. 3 players on stage 5 now. Okay, apparently multiple people have beaten that boss first try, so I don't know what that says about them. They must be the best gamers in the world. They should play Zadette.
We are, fairly late in groups at this point in the tournament. Everyone who's here is pretty good at something in the blind race, Kusoge, figuring it out space.
Oh yeah, and we know Liz has made it to brackets before. Like, it's not a huge surprise that Liz is doing well. Ziria has fallen significantly behind. This game is, like I said, this is a difficult game. Like, especially since the physics just feel a little bit wrong. Not completely wrong, but just enough that it's a pain.
Yeah. Taven says that Nordic got 7 hits on the final boss, so if the final boss has 8 hit points like all the others, that was very close to a completion.
I wouldn't be too surprised. So, in that case, if Nordic has 7 hits, literally to beat Nordic, somebody needs to beat the game.
Yes.
Well, that's great. Hey, it looks like White Hat in chat might be here knowing this game. White Hat, do you know this game? Have you played this game? Because if so, I'm not really too surprised. Bendy, no! Collecting all the health and falling into the pit. That's the thing, if you spend a lot of time collecting health and then you die, you're in trouble. White Hat did indeed run this game before. So can you confirm boss for stage 5, which we believe is the final boss? Does it take 8 hits or is it a super boss? I imagine normal boss. Kreese, thank you so much for resubscribing, and I didn't give a shout out to Murray either. Thank you as well. Honestly,
you seem to have,
that helps.
You seem to have a maximum of 3 fish. Because Bendy Human just picked one up and did not get a 4th.
I mean, that would be so many friends.
Why is there a 0 in the indicator then?
I don't know. It's complicated. It's not really that complicated, just a little complicated. Nordic taking damage and killing an enemy at the same time. I love that you can... Okay, I really don't love it. Like, if you're going to hurt something, it should give you immunity. You just shouldn't be able to get hurt.
Nordic found the sky. Oh, no!
Okay, so don't fall at the wrong angle, because if you do, you'll go straight into the...
That's so rude!
Oh my gosh! Yeah, so don't do that.
So for anyone who missed it, Nordic found a sky level, picked up 1 bottle of milk and just decided to fall off a cloud at an angle, came back into the game world, like the main stage, and was falling at a 45-degree angle and just Ninja Gaiden heat-seeking missile straight down into a pit and couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay, Nordic grabbing a fish. Honestly, very helpful for this level. I'm not exactly sure what determines which of your friends shows up, though. It might just be based off of which level you're on, because I've had different friends show up than what I've seen on this screen.
Bendy just had a similar situation where attempting to dodge an enemy sent him careening down a pit. By the way, Liz is on the final boss. Like,
yeah, Liz! Oh my gosh, okay, she's doing well. Okay, good hits, good hit. No, Liz, no! Into the pit! Good game, by the way.
The air control coming back and biting everybody. Alright, let's see if Nordic ends up going down the pit again.
Yeah, that's a better angle to fall at.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So, per chat, Liz may have gotten 11 hits, and apparently it's 12 hits for the boss, so Liz may be in first place at this point.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see an update from
the refs.
From the refs to get the official count, but if it was more than 7, we have Liz in the lead now. It looks like, yeah, 11 maybe. We might have to do a VOD check if it comes down to a tie.
Oh, Nordic opened up the right hole, and there we go. Color palette gets messed up if you go through the right hole.
Messed up or just changed? Like, is this a different version of the level, or...?
No, it just looks different. As soon as you go into another pipe and then come back, everything looks correct again. Bendy Human also got the color palette change. Oh, maybe it is a little bit different because you can come to this kitty and it heals you. That's right.
Yeah, that was a full heal.
Yeah, and I believe you can only find that kitty if you are in the weird color palette world.
Yeah, I was thinking that's probably deliberate.
Nordic using pause strats, I think?
I think their stream is hiccuping a little bit or
stream
something.
Issues. Okay, we're going back to Bendy Human's audio. That's okay.
Yeah, Nordic's stream is... Nordic's having internet issues or something. It seems fine now.
Well, too bad. We're listening to Bendy Human.
Fair.
Do-do-do. So, for the information for people who are just showing up, right now, these players are trying to stay in the tournament. 2 players will move on to the bracket for sure. 1 person may either make it to the bracket or qualify for the tiebreakers, and 1 person will be eliminated. Of course, the tiebreaker depends on if we need to hold it in order to reach 32 players for the final bracket, and it looked like the more people we've had qualifying for the tiebreaker, the more we are probably going to have it. So, yeah, nobody's out until they're fully out. But 1 person, whoever comes in last here, will not have enough points and will be eliminated from Kusogrand8 this year.
Yeah, last year we had like a 20-person Thunderdome for 1 slot in the brackets, and it was kind of funny.
Oh, I love it, you know. Oh no, Ziria, you can kill the boss. Yes! Ziria moves on to stage 3. There we go. This run is not very long. This game is not super long. She could potentially come back.
Yeah, we still have 18 minutes in the match. If no one completes, there is still room to come back. Especially since stage 3 introduces more easy to acquire healing.
Oh yeah.
Nordic is down to 1 hit.
Nordic! Oh my gosh. And there we go. A death. Bendy, though, currently using the fish power in order to try to deal with this boss. Let's see what Bendy is able to do. Getting a lot of hits here. Oh my gosh. Just the movement of the boss freaks me out so much. This is not natural. Bendy has killed the boss. I think that is a GG, but let's see what happens. I want to see the final.
It's asking for a disc swap. There we go.
Set side A, I want to see the end.
Heck yeah.
Look at it.
So in the end, Bendy Human comes in from behind a little bit and takes it. Like, Nordic had a commanding lead the entire match, and the final boss just proved to be a bit of a wall for everybody.
Yeah. I'm welcoming Bendy Human in to come and chat if he would desire. The other players definitely want to keep trying because they don't know how far behind they are. They don't know how long the game is. I didn't tell them. It's only 5 stages. And here we have Bendy Human, who has our ending screen. Hello there, and congrats.
Hello, hello. Ooh, feels good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that guarantees it. You're into the bracket.
Wow,
you're
that's an amazing
forward.
feeling.
Oh, yeah. So, Tom and Friends.
Yeah.
This is a game, again, I found on Thursday. I was like, there are things that I love about this game, and there are things that I feel significantly make it worse.
Yeah.
But that overall, I think I enjoy this game. What are your thoughts about this?
I think it's a very frustrating game. I think it's a game that makes you feel powerless, and it constantly throws you in situations where you're like, what could I have done better? Or situations where it doesn't look that challenging, but it feels so much more challenging than it looks. Like, I feel like for the people watching, it might look like it's not really that hard, but I mean, you saw how long I got walled on the very first stage. I was aggravated. That was driving me crazy.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was on this first stage for a long time, and I was like, I was a little bit worried that we would see fast completions, but at the same time, I know how the physics are in this game. I know that they are just off enough. And Liz
just took down the boss.
Completing
Nice.
the boss. That is a second place for Liz. Fantastic. Nordic is likely going to come in third and Ziria in fourth, but we've got, just about 14 minutes left. So we've got time. Now, with that said, what was the most frustrating part of this game for you? You said that it made you feel powerless, especially with level 1 and how long it took to get through there. What are your other thoughts about that?
So I feel like a lot of the game was recognizing the enemy patterns, how they move, and what you could do to deal with that, right? But like those paper plane things, they throw like 3 of them at you at a time, and sometimes with the elevation differences, you just be approaching something too high or too low, and you're just in a situation where you're screwed. I think there was a good amount of memorization involved. I mean, you could adapt to most situations, but I think overall the only reason I did as well as I did is because I discovered those secret areas where you can get more health and those power-ups that just kind of fight the boss for you. That made the run for me. That was essential.
Yeah, the health and the power-ups are super, super useful. I think that the game gives you tools in order to help you be successful, but at the same time, like, just fighting some of the momentum, some of the controls, even just turning around while you're walking on the ground is sometimes hard. And that shouldn't be difficult. It really shouldn't.
I get the idea that I think a lot of it was by design. They wanted you to feel like you're this helpless little kitty cat and everything's against you, so I get it. But I don't know. I can't call this one a good game. Very frustrating.
That is fair. Well, I mean, that's why I played it and was like, let's have this in Kusogrand8. No, Nordic!
Oh, I've seen so many people fall in that pit in the exact same way. They just They see the two enemies coming in and they just reactively hit jump, and then you're committed. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, did you all catch the part where you exit a bonus zone and the cat just falls to its death?
Yes!
Yes, that happened to multiple people.
The first time it happened, I assumed, oh, I guess I don't hold right when I exit the bonus zone. The second time, no, you're just locked into that momentum as you're falling. You can't do anything against it. It's scripted to send you directly in that pit.
If you jump to the left, which we've seen Nordic do, then it works.
Oh, okay.
But
that's very funny.
I think if you go straight down or if you fall at all to the right, do not be falling to the right because you will go into the pit no matter what.
Amazing.
Yep.
Which is a little evil. Thank you, devs. Always nice to have a death via screen transition that you can't avoid. Yeah, at the same time, you know, I think that this game has enough charm that I enjoyed playing it despite all of the flaws. I complained about the flaws pretty vigorously, but I was like, I'd still like to see other people play it. I like the music. I like the graphics are fine enough for me, and like at least having a few enjoyable things about it helped.
Yeah, I think it was a good choice for Kuso because, like you said, you know, it's cute, it's charming, but also each level is throwing something new at you. There's a good amount of variety, and it's at least bad in funny ways.
Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much all that I have. We still have the race going on for two of our players. Lizstar also finished, and it wasn't very far behind you at all. Like, Liz actually could have taken first place because, as far as I know, the final boss is 12 hits, and Liz did 11 hits and then died.
Oh, no.
So, Liz, it was very close to you taking first.
Wow.
Yeah, it was about 90 seconds off.
And Nordic was in first place for a while. Technically, like, I don't see Nordic losing and falling into fourth place, but it technically could happen if Ziria picks up the pace and Nordic just stays walled. Yeah, well, anything that you'd like to say before we let you go? I don't want to hold you too long, Bendy.
No, that's about it. This is a ton of fun, and I'm super excited that I managed to clutch the win today. Get to go on to another round.
Yeah, great job there. You're going to the bracket. You're going to get to deal with whatever nightmares we have coming up during that. So
yeah,
I hope you're excited
to it. Now.
Yeah, for better or for worse. Anything that you want to plug before we let you go?
Nah, not really. I don't really do anything.
Fine.
Mood.
You don't have to do anything. We know you won, so we'll let you go. Take care, Bendy. And for those who have already finished the race, if you want to save bandwidth, you're welcome to turn the streams off. But otherwise, have a good time, okay?
All right, you too.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Well, so Nordic may be able to finish the final boss here. We'll have to see.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the damage.
Why is
Nordic just can't lock in where to stand or where to jump.
He moves so fast.
He's unpredictable. Like, I mean, he's predictable in that he goes back and forth, but when he decides to jump in the air, it's kind of just... I don't know.
Yeah, like, the jumping, I think it's a semi-predictable, but not completely. Okay, Nordic, you can do it. Jump, jump, get out of there. Yeah, you're out of the pipe. Oh, the paper airplanes are seriously the worst in this, though, because, like, it almost seems like the height that they spawn is semi-random, or like where they are in their movement pattern is slightly random, so actually getting the jump onto them or like avoiding getting hit, it's very, very difficult. Okay, Ziria fighting Dog 3. I'm so glad that there are 2 different bosses in this game.
Yeah, there's Dog and Dog 2.
Dog and Dog 2, 5 stages.
Because Dog 3 is just a palette swap of Dog 1.
Yeah, the other thing, like, we've got these collectible monies. My assumption is that they're gonna be, like, 100 to get a 1-up.
That's what someone in chat said. It's just Mario coins.
Technically, you can go and grind out 1-ups in pipes, but so what? If you die, you go back to the beginning of the stage. If you get game over and continue, you go back to the beginning of the stage. There's no point.
Yeah, it's all the same. Oh, no!
No!
How many times has that particular enemy surprise killed somebody at this point?
It's happened so many times. My
You
gosh.
It's a hardwired response. If you see an enemy coming that you weren't expecting, you hit the jump button.
Yeah, but because you're semi-locked into a jump, the horizontal movement will just carry you to your death. It's...
Yep.
There's no avoiding death if you jump there. It's just, you're done. And yeah, being semi-locked into horizontal movement, like, if your game is designed specifically in a way to deal with that, okay. Like, Llama Lana is frustrating as it is, I feel like that's a fine, purposeful mechanic, and it definitely teaches you early on to deal with it. It doesn't feel like it was necessarily like intentional in this game. It just feels like it wasn't the best design.
The punishment for getting it wrong in La Mulana, and I can't believe I'm saying this about any mechanic in La Mulana, but the punishment for getting it wrong is not as severe, too. Most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
Sometimes it is.
I don't know. I'd say, like, I died more in La Mulana than I died in Tama and Friends, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
And in a shorter amount of time. No, Nordic!
He knew. Like, he forgot. Because we've seen him die that way before, and I get it. Like, the time is running short, there's 4 minutes left. Oh, that hurts, though.
Oh, yeah. I like that it slowly turns into like Mario Brothers music while you're underground here. Like Mario, arcade Mario. I'm not talking about Super Mario Brothers 1.
If you have an underground area, you have to have good dungeon funk in it.
It's
Otherwise,
true.
you know, why even have an underground area?
Yeah, is this London? No.
Zyria just took down Boss 3. Dog
Very
3.
nice. I don't...
Remix of Dog 1. So Zyria's onto the sewer level.
I don't think there's hope for Zyria, but she's still putting in a lot of work at this point. She's doing fantastic.
Yeah. Like, I definitely love seeing how much progress everyone can make, even if the match is kind of over. And who knows? We've had matches in the past where we thought it was over, and then someone just activated God Gamer mode or found something that we didn't expect.
Yeah.
So it's never over until it's over.
Yeah, at this point, like, one of the best accidental things that you can do is break the game so hard that we're like, we're gonna have to reconsider this match. Not saying you should do that, but that can save your life sometimes.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you were very much not going to take the victory and then clip through a floor to credits. What do we do about this? I actually love when that happens.
Oh, yeah.
As much as it's a headache for our referees and whatnot, I actually love when it happens.
I know it can really frustrate some people when they're like, I thought that I knew everything about this game. I tested it for 5 straight hours, and I'm like, you just never know. You just never know. We had somebody, like, accidentally wrong warp in Athena, and I'm like, I've never seen that before. I've tried to recreate it, and I haven't been able to.
I had a match where I tested the game for like 2 hours. I spent time setting it up, researching stuff, and it was a game that didn't have a lot of info on it. So I had to do a lot of research, got everything set up, gave the match out, and one of the racers discovered that if you positioned yourself perfectly distant away from enemies, held down and spammed kick, you could just beat the entire game without ever moving again. So,
I love it! Video games are so good, y'all. Ooh, Nordic getting the color palette swap that leads to the helpful kitty. This is exactly what you want going into the final boss. Helpful kitty heals
Nordic
you.
has 2 hearts left, so very helpful to pick that heal up before the final boss. We're down to 30 seconds, though. I don't know if we're going to see a completion from Nordic here.
Probably not. I hope Ziria sees the boss. Here we go. We're into the boss room. It's time to deal with nightmares. And
Dog 4, the first appearance of Dog 2. I love how if you hit the dog at the perfect spot, it clips up into the ceiling, and the developers like accounted for this, and they just reset the boss's position when that happens.
Yeah, maybe they accounted for it. Maybe that's just what happens when dogs go into ceilings. I don't know. I don't know very much about biology. Come on. Well, that is that, everybody. That's time. Throw your hands up in the air. Put your Tims in chat. Tim very much appreciates it.
Ziria says, I hate paper airplanes so much.
Oh my
Mood.
gosh, I know that feeling. Well, everybody, I think that the order is pretty clear, so I will go ahead and list that in Discord in a little bit. With that said, it is Bendy Human with the victory. Liz Star, second place, completing the game as well. Nordic almost completing the game, coming in third. And Ziria, unfortunately, coming in fourth and getting eliminated. She had a wonderful push. I believe this was her first Kusogrand8.
I think so.
Yeah, and because of that, you should feel completely fine about how you did there. You did fantastic. You just went up against all-stars here. Like Liz? Yeah, Liz is kind of an all-star around here. Now, with that said, let me look up. I'm curious, how many points did Nordic have? Nordic had a total of 25 points, which means that he now has 30. Nordic is also qualified for the bracket. There we go. We just filled another slot there, Tristan. Nordic, Bendy Human, and Lizstar all moving on to the bracket.
Heck yeah. And you know, it's a little sad to see Ziria eliminated. I'm personally obligated to root for anyone with a dragon avatar, but you know, we gotta pare it down for brackets, and you know, brackets are coming.
Oh yeah. So Bendy, followed by Liz, followed by Nordic, followed by Ziria. Well, Tristan, what did you think of the game? Had you seen it before? I don't think you had.
I had not seen it before. At first I was like, what are you thinking? This looks fine. And then I realized how the jump physics work and how the bosses work and how the death pits and the final stage work. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand now. This makes sense.
Yeah. I also like that the players are all celebrating Ziria's freedom. And here's another thing that y'all will find pretty funny. I keep trying to update my spreadsheet, right? So that I can update the layout. Whenever I do, I have a place to put an X in order to mark who is doing the audio. Now it auto-fills with Ziria's name, and let me tell you, this is throwing me off. This is making it so much... Oh my
You're
gosh.
ahead of the game because it doesn't think it's a date.
That's fair
You
enough.
don't type in an X and it somehow tried to derive October 3rd, 2022 or something. You're ahead of the game. Don't complain.
Fine, I won't complain. Well, everybody, this has been the first match of Kusogrand8. We're going to go ahead and run to a short little break, and we will be back with game number 2. Thank you all so much, and hello there. Is that Yith Battle in chat?
You want to see the next match, by the way. I saw what it is. You want to see it. I think we should just go to break now. I don't think we can improve on that.
Oh, yeah. That was a very fun match. But yeah, everybody, thanks for giving the support, and I love the people who supported Zyria, especially Yith Battle. Thank you for showing up and giving the support that was needed. We're going to a break right now. See you in a couple minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kusogrand8, the Bad Video Game Tournament. I'm Bro Sencha, and I very much support pie. Yeah, everybody, eat a pie. It's pretty great. Honestly, highly recommended. Cherry pie, apple pie, oh. Pumpkin pie, it's fine. Who put Ness Pyramid on this? Who put this in my playlist? Okay, somebody's in trouble.